come through. Dual Berettas, of course, for hallzerk as they start on the CT side, and Aileen coming in from Heroic, actually going very quickly. Flashbang's going over as well. They're not slowing down at all here. Smoke down towards CT spawn and indeed towards donut room as well. Molotov at the back. This is looking very nice.
And notoriously hard to retake this site, but there it is. Immediately out the gates, this fake. They know that they can draw the full rotation of Complexity over. Grim, well, they win the first fight, but they're in the wrong place. Trying to go donut towards B, apparently, because that's exactly where Shush and Yabi are. They're going to plant the bomb. Unfortunately, Tessus, at least he's buying a bit of time. The bomb has been planted on the other side. Now they've swarmed the site. They understand. There's about 35 seconds on the clock. By the time they get there, probably about 25, but it's all on Shush. How many is he going to get? He needs multiple kills. It's Yabi at one. It's not going to be enough. It's all on Yabi now.
So, Yabi, what have you got for us? No armor, that's for sure. And time is ticking away. He's currently up towards Jaguar here, hoping to get the early kill. That's hallzerk taken care of. And they have got a kick. Should just be a 4 defuse, right? Spin around a little bit. Round over. Well handled from Complexity. It was a beautiful strategy from Heroic. Really enjoyed that. Lovely deployment of the utility, but unfortunately Grim makes light work of them towards the donuts. And there we have it. 2 kills. They get the bomb planted, but this didn't have the manpower to make anything of it. 2 very precise shots here. Clean as you like there with the USP. That was the moment it could have fallen apart. If a double kill comes through upon rotation, could have found themselves in hot water. But Complexity, they managed to keep it very clean indeed. And we will see just an AK-47 purchased. An eco still, but Shush, he's going to be the danger man here, looking to create some incisions if possible.
Deep molly with a smoke on it mid-immediate there, so that's kind of wasted utility in a way, but it's all good. One of the keys is you brought up this AK, the contact towards A. Ooh,
hello.
Okay. Well, if they can quickly scamper in towards Temple, they might be able to find themselves another gun here. Shush up in a power position. They can't just rush the plant. They will need to take their time for this. hallzerk lining up a flash for the donut player of Fang. Is he going to come forward on it? He will, and they were ready for that. So now there's 2 rifles available. The FAMAS has been scooped. The M4, I don't think they're going to be able to get it.
It's all about Temple right now, and Shush is very aware of it. Is there a flashbang to assist the CTs? Absolutely not. That's actually a 5-on-2 with an eco and a single AK. He is absolutely decimating them now. That's 3 kills. Wow. Okay.
If they head over to Temple, there should be another M4 on the floor, I believe. Doesn't look like they're going to get everybody in place to pick those weapons up. Now, with that force by loss, let me illustrate for you how much worse it gets for Complexity throughout the remainder of this group.
Do. Let's go.
Tomorrow they take on Mouse.
Okay, difficult game.
And then their final matchup on the Sunday, Super Sunday, is against ENCE.
I thought so. That makes sense. And this series looks like it could be going against in their first L in the column. That you never know. Early days here. Still with the chance to take us to a 3rd if possible. But for now, they'll be on the force by themselves. 5-7s and Deagles. Smoke and a flash. They've given up mid-control already. As holding towards Red Room, hallzerk. Very proficient with the Desert Eagle, has to be said. Impressive. Made a bit of a name for himself here at ESL Pro League, but his KD with the MAC-10. Perfect weapon for the job. An armored head of Grim is removed.
A bit sketchy, but he has noted there is another defender over towards the A site, and that's been their preference these first 3 rounds, at least in the early stages for Heroic. And now back towards B, they're going to bounce. They're really trying to sell this, and this is the key with a map like Ancient. Teams are going to hightail it to defend A, because normally you have 1 player there, and you know that it's easy to retake bomb site, so you will have more members towards mid and the B bomb site. Now, they are actually coming back. Don't know how much Tessa saw there. I don't think it's going to matter. Shush and cadiaN grab a couple, and there's only 2 to find here, and they know where 1 is. Lots of steps have been made from JT. He's down looking sharp now, and this one has been a breeze. Force by that had no resistance.
Absolutely none. Very well handled and convincing play towards the A side there. Didn't really give much up at all. That's a force buy, of course, as well. So presumably it's going to be 3-1 start here on the T side campaign for Heroic. Not really much you can do on these full ecos on a map like Ancient. You can maybe stack towards middle and hope they misstep and fully send it towards that area of the map, but it's unlikely. They're very aware of what they're up against, and we'll see how they handle it. Still with the MAC-10, of course, for cadiaN. Makes a lot of sense. Save the money. Farm some cash, in fact. Maybe come out with profit if you get a couple of kills.
Now, I monitor Twitch chat every now and again just to get a sense of what the Hive Mind are up to.
It's good to understand what everyone's talking about.
They have some fun jokes in there as well.
Okay, anything popping off the page for you right now?
Nothing crazy at the moment.
Is there any Hooksy chat?
There is always Hooksy chat. Now that you've mentioned Hooksy, it is going to pop off. There's always people in there just going, when's Hooksy playing? Hooksy would have aced that, you know?
It's the funniest thing we've come up with for a while. This that being a concept. Just always a lot of fun. I'm sure I've thrown meat down into the cage now. They're all going to be scampering.
Oh,
for
yeah.
it.
Like seagulls here in a second. Because we're a little bit ahead, right? It's about to pop off. I'm focused here. Laser focused on what they're about to say.
Well, you keep an eye on that. Let us know how insane it gets. Maybe we'll break the Twitch chat servers. Who knows? But for now, another buy for complexity. They do have the glass cannon AWP for hallzerk. No kits, real light on utility as well. And no fast mid control from Heroic just yet. Quite a default setup, but they are leaning towards A as they enter the tunnel right now, just juggling around their utility.
Well, there's A persistence here. I guess early conditioning, just like any other map. And it's all Giga Chad Hooksy in the chat right now.
There we go.
Yeah, it's really popping off. And luckily, we've had a lull in play. And this is looking likely to be a full A set piece. Now, cadiaN from this position, he can throw a bunch of different smokes. The CT one the most likely. Well, that's what he was lining up. Now, is this Temple?
Temple, it looks like. Yeah, he's got another smoke at his footing there, so he can throw the second towards spawn, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and there's one towards Donut already in the sky. So the full execute is in play.
Oh, yeah, and then some. So no fakes here. They are fully committed to this, but they've put the fear and God of them with the potential of fakes right early.
Oh! Grim's got 2. Okay, well, that was the only position they really had to worry about there. They mollied everything, and in the flames, Grim's getting them 2 kills. This A site, it's hard to hold on to. What are the post plans looking like here? Another molly over towards the Temple position. JT, he can peek in front of that. Needs to be careful with the lick of the flame. Have main control. They've got platform control on Stown, but this position, you need to be very whippy. Another smoke towards CT. That's going to stall this out. And as they start to peek forward, cadiaN, he still has a gap to work with, and this gap is going to surely net him a kill or 2. Stown gets overrun. cadiaN now needs to step up. The first is good. The smoke being bad, it really causes a few issues. And now Tessus, the buffer of his own design, it's too far gone. I don't think there's a kid. I don't think there's a hope. This one's looking good for Heroic's 4th.
I think you're dead on, Chad. Good call, no kits. And that's going to be enough, even with the 4-on-3 advantage. The bomb was planted very quickly there on the full execution. Great effort by Grim as well. As you mentioned, there was only one real spot. He could cause any damage there. Another fantastic display of utility from Heroic. Let's have another look at it. Here's Grim. You can see towards the back of the bomb site. Lovely spray down. 2.5 kills, I would say. But JT and his efforts unable to capitalize as they just don't have the kit. They can't justify going for it in TSS. He had hallzerk behind that smoke as well, who couldn't push through.
But if they didn't miss the smoke on main, cadiaN wouldn't have got the kill on JT, which meant all the flies could have been on Tessus right there. So an unforced error causing some issues. As down in a hole now, if Heroic are able to convert the next round, and if there is a buy-in behind these saved weapons from complexity, the half is basically gone for them at that point.
Well, they are going to buy up into it. JT confirms that he'll be purchasing the FAMAS. They've got a couple of M4s coming into the mix as well. The 2 FAMASs, 2 M4s. The AWP of hallzerk now has armor at least, as we get into round number 6. Been nothing but Heroic since the pistol, to be honest with you. 4 rounds in a row. And heading towards B this time, a 5-man attack. So maybe a split between the cave and B round position. We saw 1 B rush today. That was on Dust 2, though. TSS, though, looking to open things up if possible, but he's denied access as hallzerk will get 2 fantastic
That's much
shots.
more like it.
Absolutely. Just trying to explore their options towards B, see what they've got going on there, because remember, they finished up A pretty much every single round so far. So you're trying to cause the rotations on that side of the map, try and throw in a B rush. Got the MAC-10s out there, why not? Doesn't work out though. hallzerk very much ready for it. And Shush, he's in towards the B hive, I believe, of course.
Yeah, that's because it's a position where there's always a lot going on, right? There's a bit of buzzing going on there at all times. That's a Chad Burgley exclusive. I don't think it's caught on anywhere else, but I like that you're using it.
I really enjoy it. I think it's the perfect name for it. I know exactly, before I even knew that's what you called it, I knew what you meant.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, so...
I don't know if you saw this, Henry. About 17 minutes ago on the social medias, at ESL CS, which is the Twitter account.
The official Twitter account, sure.
They made a tweet saying that there's some tickets available if you want to get the tickets for the playoffs for the Pro League.
Okay.
You can head over,
so
check out
the live audience available.
Yeah, you can grab your tickets over there. Now, I know there's a small population here in Malta, but...
we want to represent, don't we? We want to fill it out.
Precisely. Even if it's small, let's make some noise.
Absolutely. That's a great shout. Get your tickets now. Check out the ESL CS Twitter account. Either way, here we go. cadiaN just showing presence here towards the B ramp. Molotov there to deny vision with the CTs. If they make their way towards Cave, this part of the map hasn't seen much action, but we have got a double setup here. hallzerk with the AWP trying to set up Floppy. And a difficult spot to clear, has to be said. A tight corner. Decent nade, however, lands on his front doorstep, and down to 60 HP he goes.
wonder if they throw a bit of util over towards A. If they draw a massive fake, forget about the fake. JT, he has to sit and watch right now. Tessus annihilates him up to 7 kills as they surge forward into A. Grim with the AWP though, this could be good.
Yep. And it's the old bait and switch as well. Bang, very handy in these sort of scenarios. All the attention towards the temple. I dare say he might be getting a couple of frags now. But now they have the man advantage and sending Heroic packing. They won't be able to find access towards a bomb site through the donut. They'll have to try elsewhere. Yabi positions himself towards Red Room. And there is an opportunity, but it's going to be the AWP waiting on the other side. Beautiful shot from hallzerk, and surely that's round.
They're going to be hard to clear Floppy, that's for sure. And especially now that they've given up their position with the smoke, he knows they're coming. Rotation also on the way. Stout needed to be clean, and now cadiaN with the AWP, he's trapped.
Go for the wall bang maybe. That's about it. There it is.
It's cheeky. By giving up his position, they are going to start to hone on in. I think he should have enough time to get away. There was plenty of cash left over, and they will be able to buy again in the next with where the loss bonus is at. So saving this.
Counter-terrorists win.
The AWP up. No extra investment for cadiaN other than util into the next round. And if they want to make sure they can continue to buy, Heroic will need to convert one here soon. It's 2 consecutive now from Complexity, starting to erect this blue wall.
Well, now they've got the double AWP set up, things starting to make sense. You can see Grim managing to actually fend them off now against his executions. He's actually able to get a very clean shot towards Donut. Bang then set up towards the bomb site itself. That was a beautiful shot, for sure. But this is what it's all about there. They've smoked off towards the A entrance itself, so they can really focus and hone in towards Donut, and then push them back in towards the B bomb sites, where you've got one of the most solid anchors you could ask for. Floppy, ready and waiting, mows them down, pushes them back, and that's going to be 3 rounds of Complexity as we take a timeout. For the Heroic side, just discussing their options, as Chad mentioned, money's starting to run a little bit thin. That's anything but now for Complexity. Double AWPs, a couple of AKs as well. This is where they might start to come online.
Well, if it is double AWPs, an execute would be nice, right? Just to avoid the AWPs early, make sure that you flash and you get the early smokes and mollies in for your crowd control utility on the Heroic side, and then any form of an execute where you can close down the ground on these AWPs, it won't be easy for them to find any retake action here. So back towards A, that's where it worked, but guess what? There's a bit of a push coming here. See the AWP posted up. It's going to facilitate this push of Fang in towards main. He's going to be deep on the left, a hard clear for cadiaN and co. So a 2-pronged approach.
They seem to be somewhat aware of it on the Heroic side, and they will be disjointed to some degree. If they take Fang down, it's going to have to be a quick swing from Grim, but thinks better of it. And fall back to a more defensive line. Flashbang's coming in his area now. Has to fire off a shot. They don't have to commit to this. Sure, he's uncomfortable, but you've got the man advantage. 1 minute 20 remaining. You can pump the brakes, go back into a default, and that's exactly what they're doing. Towards middle we go.
Biggest issue here is how much utility they've got left at this juncture, right? A smoke, a flash, a couple of mollies in play. If an AWP does find itself in the right place at the right time, it could take a couple of plucky shots.
Right.
Very fortunate. Both AWPs are still over towards A. Do have a lot of info and a lot of control, but still down a man. This incendiary Molotov even perfectly placed, and they're going to molly the pillar and the cubby, so running through the flames.
Follow-up spam as well. Yeah. Overwhelming. Floppy now. They're walking wounded. Doing what he can. Still going to be that 5-on-4. Time of the essence now. hallzerk doesn't miss that shot too often, does he? That's very comfortable for him. cadiaN dropped, and they'll have to commit towards A, knowing that at least hallzerk's towards middle. Bomb planted. Grim can do nothing about it, but he has got backup on the way. The retake now, Chad, with the double AWPs, is where things may become problematic. Fortunately, as we mentioned, Heroic have expended most of their utility, so there's no smokes down, no flashes, so they do have some open runway here.
If they can take this initial space, straight out on these fights, the AWP towards Donut could be nice. Tessus and Stout are going to strike. hallzerk still alive on his AWP, and well, he's the only one standing now. This is a hard round to win.
Yeah, his options are very limited. No Tessus is there, but he makes a sound cue. He's in a lot of trouble, and Yabi with the off angle. That's going to be a clean shot to close things out. It was a decent effort on the retake there, but ultimately the double AWP's not really suited for that sort of retake, and money's still okay. I don't think they can justify double AWPs again. We'll see. They could afford it, but I don't think they'll be forcing it. Let's have a replay of Shush there. That was towards the A tunnels, of course. hallzerk detects the split coming through, but just trade after trade. Nothing they could do. They all couldn't get stuck in until his teammates had arrived at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, good understanding there of the AWPs coming in as well. If you gave them too much ground, it could have caused big issues, but scrimming out right now. Tessus on the extinguish. He's We get found in the smoke. So Fang, last round he was the opening death. This time the opening kill.
A response though. It's down. Does he want to go a little bit further with this? Apparently the answer is yes. He spotted Floppy towards the pillar, and he'll have to fall back in towards the cave. No option but to sit back and wait. And invites them in towards the B bomb side, but they decline as they hold towards T spawn. Oh, Grim with the wall bang. Okay.
Tidy stuff there.
That's not bad at all, is it? Beautiful kill. Can he hold on to it though? Absolutely.
A lot of work here. This full response on the rotate. It's been wonderful. Caught him up a few times.
Okay, that was not required, but not the end of the world. He goes down. Maybe invites him in towards B, but they still have a minute to work with. cadiaN waits patiently outside the cave with the smoke. AWP in hand. And now if he can find a pick and response, maybe on this B side of the map, he's got Shush now heading in towards T-spawn. He's about to smoke towards that donut, I believe.
Yeah, it looks... Oh, it's all the way over towards A here. So that's a...
Oh, it lands donut, but not the side you might expect. It's on the CT side.
That's some geeky level stuff there from Shush. He's under pressure. cadiaN caught out as well. They know where both are, and Shush is going to have to do it all. There has to be another one here. It is Fang. Open and close this round. A great round from Fang, up to 3 kills. And there's the smoke highlighted. That was a cool one.
Yeah, absolutely. Loved that.
Do that on a fast day.
Yeah, good idea. Well, here we go then. That's surely an eco, or at least eco territory for Heroic. Grim showing the understanding of the cave position. Great wall bang. 3 kills in total. Lovely stuff. Really enjoyed that from him. Fang to close things out. Got a bit dicey at one point, but Grim saves the day. Back to a double orb setup.
And a buy with some AKs here. So they've dropped it across, and they are going to go fast A. A molly close. That's going to stall out the aggression. Yabi making himself seem as big as he can over towards B with an extinguish. Donut smoke lined up for Stown here. There is another one available just behind, so I think he's changing the order of the smokes. That's going to be one over towards CT, and then Donut comes second. They're out main, straight into the orb again.
Very easy for Grim there, but not so much for Fang. Still a 4 versus 4. This was a force buy, bear in mind. A huge round for Complexity to take if they can. A boost up to avoid the crosshair of the scoped rifle. And bomb planted. Kits available. Utility aplenty on the CT side. They got 4 smokes, flashes, and all sorts. They should have the upper hand in this one, but a lot of work to do. Great flashback. Nothing Yabi can do about it. Pop flash from CT spawn. There's one of the smokes down, but a slight gap, I would say. It might actually work in their favor. So this is looking very good for the Complexity retake. Lots of utility, as we mentioned. A backstab in vain, and that's going to be all she wrote. Good job from Shush. Gets 1 kill, but that force buy at least gets a plant, Chad. And the loss bonus racking up now to about the 4th stage. You get $2,900 per player on top of the $800 for the plant. So here we go. Let's see what they can do.
At this juncture for Heroic, I would be expecting them to finally relent on these buys. They have gone for some Tech-9s and some Deagles. Now, there's 2 flashes and a smoke, and again, more heavy with mid-focus this time. There's the deep mid. Did they do it instantaneously? I'm so curious as to why they throw...
So they don't allow the 7 seconds of the flames and then drop the smoke. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. I get players could be ahead of it, but that's going to be the case regardless because you're not throwing a close molly. So
I guess they just want the smoke to bloom as quickly as possible because it does pop straight away, right? They just want it because no one's going to run through the flames, but if they run through the gray screen, then they can't do anything, I suppose.
That's true. That is one way to look at things. Nice shot from Shush again, and that'll be the light investment dealt with. So the AKs to come back out now. Heroic started well. Won the force buy in round number 2, went on a spree of 4. Have 1 dotted in the mix here, but in the last 6 rounds of play, it's been mainly Complexity.
Yeah, ever since the double orbs came out, or even Grim just picking up the AWP in general, he's looked very confident. He is top bragging with hallzerk, so that's testament to the setup. Both picked up 10 kills apiece as we send hallzerk back towards the B ramp this time, and he'll be greeted by some angry Heroic players who want that lead back. Extinguishing the flames for now. And lots in store for them here. It's going to be another hallzerk opening kill. Yabi trying to pounce on the opportunity, but he's running through the flames.
Everyone's blind.
Yeah, everyone is. Who comes out on top here? JT will take a player down. And it's very scrappy, difficult to keep track of what's going on here. It's a man advantage, but not for long. A lot of people chime in as well. And Yabi just playing ring around the rosy right now. There's still a kill for Yabi. This round is not over just yet. They have no idea he's this close, but maybe even a double kill.
They've lost track of him. They've completely...
Good job by Fan.
Well, I guess they hadn't completely lost track of him here. This was a buy from Heroic, and it was a Hail Mary attempt. Nice opening from hallzerk, and now it is just cadiaN. This would be a great attempt on the clutch here. Seems like he just wanted to get out of there after the first. Big swipe away, and a runaway as well. There's actually not the full commit over towards A, so hoping it buys some time for the rotation. He would be correct. Grim isn't just rotating straight towards A. He's actually take a bit of a slower route here. So cadiaN could have actually gotten to a lot of different positions during this rotation. And in this situation on the CT side, you'd just play to deny the bomb going down.
That's about it, right? But cadiaN does even fancier. He's actually got himself towards CT spawn. 7 HP.
I don't know if there's time, Henry. That's the issue.
Well, if he goes towards A, I guess there's a chance. Yeah, now he definitely...
He can't clear this.
No.
In time, he has to run.
I don't know what he's up to. He's going to get caught out as well. He's just realized what's happened here. And now the round is over. It's just a matter of fact whether he kills
2.
Grim.
Have to peek. 1.
After time. Be careful. Well, he'll still get the AWP at least. So that's something, I suppose.
Oh, oi. Okay, almost in the open there for Fang to pick up that final kill. But 7-5 now. A 2-round lead. cadiaN retains the AWP, but that's the only real weapon they have to work with here.
Well, he has been known to have some high impact with the weapon. We'll see what they can do with it. And for now, we go into round number 13. A tactical timeout will be called from Heroic. So they have the AWP, but $3,000 on average around it. So a partial buy, sure, but Complexity have built the wall. They've got 6 out of the last 7 rounds. Their CT campaign looking formidable. As we'll have a look at the buys coming through. Couple of smokes, couple of Tech 9s, and I guess just like an A execution, try and get the bomb down, and maybe cadiaN, he can pick up the pieces, get a couple of kills. He came into this one looking piping hot as well. They were 4-1 up, but Complexity have looked very convincing, I have to say. And here we go, the final complexion of the buy. It's towards B. Actually going to be focusing towards that cave position, and Floppy more than happy to hunt for information at the start. I can hear them.
Very noisy about this, aren't they? Floppy has to be worried in this position. Spam's a problem, mollies too. That's a lot of early cave control here for Sound to work with.
Will Floppy be flashed in, maybe?
I think because the supports here of hallzerk, yeah, there's the flash, and actually playing anti, so Sound, he chews them up. Anti-flash, perfectly prepared for exactly that maneuver. That is massive.
And they're capitalizing upon it as well. You think maybe they slowed things down, but they've got the smokes to back it up as well. An incendiary. Oh, I was about to say does nothing, but the USP certainly does. Oh, I feel like he's going to cause absolute hell here. Not connecting with the no-scopes just yet. 4 versus 3. hallzerk makes this possible. A nice HE follow-up as well, but Tesses, he's coming through the backtracks. Oh. Lovely shot now. They have no idea what's going on. He just needs to stay alive, remain in nuisance. He'll have to come and clear him out manually, and Stow will take that opportunity to pounce. What a brilliant round there. As you mentioned, anti-flash towards the cave. Fang, with the AWP in front of him, he actually has a slight chance, I suppose. Good flash. Has been tagged up, but cadiaN to finish off the job. So there it is, 1 AWP saved. It wasn't actually the AWP that did most of the heavy lifting. It was that, oh, look at cadiaN.
Yeah.
Didn't even get the finish right sentence there. That was mesmerizing. But this is the moment we were looking for. It was a nice idea. You can see hallzerk with the perfect flashbang in, but they were so ready for it, right?
It feels like that was a counter that Heroic knew that this is a potential play that Complexity like to run, because Stown is fully committed. And that might say something about the celebration, right? Because if cadiaN said, hey, let's go with this maneuver that we know they like to play, and it works that perfectly.
Satisfying, right?
Sure, Stown gets the kills, but set up in that direction. So it is, well, a rough situation for Complexity here.
Well, they'll have to dish it out, just like they received it. cadiaN looking stronger now with the AWP towards Red Room. Tessus will find a second kill. Frags are plenty now. Just 1 player surviving. Blink and you'll miss it, as Fang is isolated towards the donut position. Almost no way he can win this round, but with a couple of low HP players and his skill, you never know. They are heading in towards A, I think.
That's the key, right? Because if they're lax about this, he can be a real problem here.
Sure, and he's ducking and weaving. He's not giving anything away. He's waiting for a mistake, and here's the first one.
Full HP, Shush gone. cadiaN low, Yabi as well. At least they know where he is now, and they're just going to wait and see if he peeks even further. He is starting to look in, and cadiaN, he wants another kill on the AWP. He's going to get it. 3 for him in the round, 1 for Tessus, 1 for Yabi, and 7-7. Looks like we're going to have the 8-7 scoreline, same as map number 1. but for a T-Hall, Heroic have done more than enough.
I think you're right.
More than enough.
Considering how good Complexity have looked in the last few gun rounds as well, to win that round of the pistols as well, just a cherry on the cake for them. And they're looking fired up as a squad outside of the server as well. So you can see hallzerk feeling the heat there. And final round will come in. Just pistols and one M4. The big man himself. And maybe a bit of a boost towards the B-bomb site. I think they're setting up for. There it is. I like this boost. It does give you nice vision.
Yeah, he wants to follow him out. I think he wants to go for a deeper peek here. So instructing JT at the bottom of this totem to assist. And they have an angle, but in the beehive, protect the queen. That's going to be Yabby right now. That's a CT smoking donut there. So wanting to block them from having that avenue of assault on A. Really starting to rifle through that final piece of the utility. A one-way for Grim. Okay. Doesn't want to block him, wants to fight him. Gonna flash. He's looking for more here. They know they need to try and make some miracles happen. And I don't know if they're going to check this position. JT on the jiggle here is telling that he won't expect a player this close. So if Yabby steps out, JT's gone. And now it's just Floppy. Lone defender at the pillar, gone too.
I was about to say, never say just Floppy, but he doesn't actually do much to that one. Unfortunately, it's going to be cadiaN, though. Could be in trouble with the bomb as well, Chad. I guess he's going down, but there's Shush saving the day. And could have gone all sorts of wrong, but there it is. The bomb making its way towards B. And we should have a plant and indeed a round. hallzerk has no kit. Half HP, just a flashbang to work with. Smoked out. I think that's enough variables to suggest he's not doing this.
Well, if there was a world where hallzerk can convert, he needs to get started now. Time edging ever closer here to a heroic 8th. He's crept past the first port of call. Now the second is cadiaN's AWP, steps into it. cadiaN's going to get 13 for the half, but it's 8-7 for the Danes. A commanding lead here. I know it doesn't seem that way with only one round, but it's the T side of Ancient. They are looking hot to try and close this one out in 2.
They absolutely are, and we'll go catch our breath and get ready for the second half, and I hope you'll join us after this very short break.
Hey Future Pros! Back on Ancient, and this time with a smoke that should help you when taking the A side. This smoke will block off the CT spawn angle. To throw this smoke, line up with the middle of this brick. Aim up and put your crosshair over the top left of this brick. Then simply jump throw the smoke. Just like that, the smoke will soar through the sky and land next to the side box, making it just a bit easier to take the elusive A side on Ancient. Good luck!
back, ladies and gents, to what can only be described as a game of Counter-Strike. You join us here at ESL Pro League between cadiaN and Heroic. We're on the second map, Heroic one map up, and they're looking in good stead to take Ancient as well. We split it right down the middle, but as Chad explained before the break, cadiaN need to find a lot here on their terrorist campaign, and that's a tall order.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy task, and apparently utility is the answer here for this pistol round. 3 smokes, 2 flashes, and 2 Molotovs, which means only 2 players with Kevlar and a T-side pistol. You don't see this all that often.
Their fleshy bodies will be thrown in towards the bomb site, Chad, around smoke and flames. We'll see how it goes for them. There's the smoke towards the CT side of Donut for now. And in terms of the cadiaN finish, it's just JT.
Well,
player.
Their fake isn't as convincing, is it, Henry?
Not really, especially when it's JT that goes down as well. You can pretty much just safely assume it is a fake. And here come the Julies now, making light work of those unarmored players. But Grim floppy out of nowhere, find 4 kills. I have no idea what just happened. Yabi now, with it all to do, he knows exactly where the planter is, but can't do anything with it. Floppy will close out the round, and that's astonishing. We were kind of talking like it was already over. The fake didn't work out. The dual predators are here, but it's Floppy and Grim. They can't believe it.
Even Grim's starting to get into the yelling match here. That is a massive pistol round to pull off. I have no idea. Watch this again.
Right. Yeah,
so the Julies are munching away here, right? I think the reload's coming in from the Cubby player. The reload's coming in from... Oh, that's huge. So I think cadiaN's out of ammo in that situation. Shush goes down in transition. Yabi's like, where did everybody just go? And he makes it close, but here it is, the replay. Grim moves the mic away. Gets the yell going. Having a bit of fun with this as the force buy back. Whew. Need a minute to catch the breath, I think.
Yeah, that was wild. Well, they steal one away. That was certainly around Heroic thought was under lock and key, but anything but. cadiaN bust out of the B bomb site, and Grim completely eradicates all defending players. That was wonderful.
Well, this is where the mind games really start to play in against a team like Heroic with these stacks. You can see here, Shush in main with a lot of info. Does have to worry about the slink through Donut. But they've gambled that it will be a B play here. Taking this cave control. And right now, having a look at the utility available for cadiaN, if they do want to finish towards this B bomb site, they'll have smokes aplenty. That nade, not bad whatsoever. Big chunk of damage done. Is that enough to make JT reconsider the finish here? If they wait too long, Henry, and they go to execute, they can stall them out with their own smokes. And that right there would be the most miserable point of this. Fortunately, the rotation from Grim says that maybe it's a B fake into an A split. Off ledge into Donut, hightail it towards A.
Yeah, and there's no CT presence at A whatsoever. So this is an idyllic situation now for the likes of cadiaN. hallzerk, full send, and he even gets the first kill as well. Maybe good for a second. Enough. Farming cash here, and as mentioned, the A side's already open. He's on for 3, finally shut down in the round. It's also over as the plan will be coming through. cadiaN looking pretty handy here, Chad.
Okay, well, it's great to see some signs of life from them in this second half. It is always going to be an uphill battle on the T side. But this is both pistols for them, and the difference between the first and the second half is the conversion. So that is going to be the biggest green check mark next to their name. Now, it's really going to be about how much more can they get away with. There's booby traps into the next. If Tessus, Shush, and Yabi all get to retain what they have right now, Shush can drop a deagle. There's a spare smoke on the ground there as well. I'm not sure if that is going to be scooped up. And Tessus could drop a deagle or the MAC-10. So everybody from Heroic in the next round will have something as an upgrade. That is guaranteed.
They'll have something. And that's all you need sometimes.
That's really all you need. Just a little something.
It's not the best. No one's saying that, but an MP9, a MAC-10, and a Scout, it may do. And they're up against similar firepower for cadiaN. They've got a couple of MAC-10s themselves, but surrounded by AKs. That will be the difference maker for sure. As round 18 is here. Never a foregone conclusion when Heroic are on the server. Danish players and deagles, there's something about it. And off we go then. Round 18. Still tight as you like, with 1 round separating these 2 teams.
Very early B presence here with this fake. Tessus might have to play in front of that U-tilt. JT's, in the meantime, taking a tag. And, oh, that's a double strike right there.
Lateral.
hallzerk and Grim, the walking wounded, limping around the map. Look at this. JT 38, hallzerk 35, Grim 11.
That's wild how much damage was inflicted with the Scout there. You'd think it wouldn't be as significant with the collab, but still, they're in a lot of trouble now. Still a 5-on-5, sure, but they are very weak. Up against the MAC-10s, the MP9s, Chad, this could be monumental. Floppy's still healthy. He's waiting for the push from Tessez, but they've got the same weaponry. Tessez with no helmet, however. That's the real problem for him, and that's demonstrated by that. Oh, no head for Floppy, though, helmet or not.
All right, well, the HP is still a massive issue for JT, hallzerk, and Grim. That hasn't got any better. Health shots aren't in the game just yet, and oh, Stout, he's going to peer right in. He's seen many, many more.
Scouts, once again, will have to deliver. Oh, he's going to get an opportunity. It's a headshot as well. cadiaN gets both kills, converts it down to a 3 versus 1, and Fang, known to win these sort of rounds, might be playing it perfectly. Edges round towards long, spots a player but gives up his position. Now they can swarm him. Molotov down to segregate the other 2 players, but is he aware that cadiaN's already in position?
Tag.
He's done so much damage here, probably close to around 300-400 damage. And we'll see if he close things out. He absolutely can. He's going to be yelling, Chad. Get that camera on cadiaN right now.
What a round from cadiaN there. That is a massive work from him.
Oh, no, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see.
Unleashing on them now, and that is the type of round. Floppy has given him a little of his own back there. He's said, guys, press tab.
Did he really?
Well, things are level, Floppy. It's 9-9.
Press tab. Oh, that's really good. Amazing round from cadiaN. Don't want to take anything away from this with the fun we're having. That was really, really skilled. They've actually got the collateral towards A, rotating back in towards the B bomb side as well. Didn't miss a beat, hitting every single shot. Key frags there, and they're right back into it. 9-9, cadiaN on the front foot this time. AK-47, no scout, no more. And re-smoking towards the B double doors. Lovely work. Buys another 20 seconds, looking for any encroaching T players above, maybe boosting, having a look.
Grim's the only real threat, I would say, at the moment. If he can walk out on A and find a pick, then we know how quick Heroic like to rotate. But there's no real avenue in. Mid elbow's just been smoked off. Grim is working on this A side fake here. There's a donut in Molly smoke in play, a CT smoke as well, and Grim's gone. So they still got a little bit of a move on here, but it looks like Heroic are ready for this. cadiaN just dunked a massive grenade on them as they came through those doors. They preempted this, and double digits now. Yeah, beautiful shot from him. So it's looking great. 5 AKs, Henry.
Absolutely. That's the dream setup on the CT side, and this could be the beginning of the end for Complexity in this series. They're in an awkward spot now. Heroic have now taken full control after losing the pistol once again. They have bounced back. It's now 2-2 on the half, and they have full control of the finances and indeed the AK-47s. Like, it's quite rare to see that many. 5 of them across the board. They need a name for that. Like, I think there's something there.
Yeah, no, you're right. They're definitely. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think of stealing from the terrorists, but I
not really the best name.
No, it's not catchy at all. Not catchy at all. This is what happens when you throw this deep smoke, right, and it lands on top of the incendiary.
This could be called like a flush, you know?
Flush?
Because that's in poker, you got 5 at the door. Same.
Might get dug or upset
suit.
Again. Careful.
True, yeah.
You got to be careful when you talk.
I think that's what it is, right? The same suit. You got 5 of them. It's a flush. I think an AK flush sounds pretty good.
Sure. I can see. I see what you're doing there.
All right, that's the bet. Have you got better suggestion for us when the CGs get 5 AKs? What should we call it? I think a flush is a pretty good name. But
well, how about you let us know using the hashtag EPL Hot Takes. That is hashtag EPL Hot HOT Takes TAKES. Just to make sure everybody gets that correct.
Yes.
Send them in because we want to hear what you have to say at home, and the hotter the better, because it'll likely be disputed by our lovely analysts and hosts over there in Katowice on the desk. So make sure it's a good one. And what is your name for 5 AKs?
A royal flush can be when there's 10 AK-47s, Chad, which is exactly what we've got. It's very rare, but it'd be a royal flush. I think this has got something to it.
All right, well, when Doug starts tweeting, Hank, I know. Be careful.
I'm playing with fire here, I know that. But I'm happy with this setup for more reasons than one. Heroic certainly are as well. Let's get into it then. Round number 21, 10 AKs. Or as well, the people are now calling it the royal flush. Let's see.
Nice little extinguish here from Fang. It's going to be a gap created. Flashed JT, just hoping nobody pushes his position. But cadiaN, we know he loves to push through a smoke. And, well, this time, it's actually going to work out. On Inferno, it didn't work at all. Floppy with the stand battle back goes down to 34. It will draw things level at 4v4, but I just have to look at Stound's aggressive position in A main right now and think to myself, this is quite the place to find yourself. They have all the information. You're more than happy to allow them to go donut to A because you get tells, and you're a nuisance to clear. So this is an understandable rotation from Heroic here.
Well, we'll slow things right down. CTs have looked incredibly strong in the last 3 rounds. Floppy and Co just investigating their options toward Jaguar and Cave.
Floppy and Co sounds like a children's television show.
Just doesn't.
Floppy and Co, they're here to play. Coming over to the B-bomb site, hey.
You could have said coming in from the USA.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we would have got more viewers. But here's this push from Stown. He's about to clown on Fang. As long as he clears middle.
That's a freebie, isn't it?
The corner, and should be a hello
Look.
governor type of moment. Yes, jumping. I'll take that one. Thank you very much.
Gotta be make sure you're efficient when killing Fang in the back, because he will whip around and take your head off no problem. Well, that's the bomb, and probably the round, unfortunately. Grim will do very well to find this kill. Recover the C4 after he's given his position up as well. Free fire from Stown. He's had a great round there. Is that 3 kills in total? It absolutely is, as they get closer and closer to the 2-0. Don't want to press tab now, boys, if you're on the complexity side, I would say.
Yeah, there's no more chit-chat going on right now, is there?
No, the deafening silence, that's for sure. Tech9's been brought in the next round. Nice spam battle, as you mentioned, but Shush, he probably came out on top there. This is a very important kill. Bomb goes down, and hallzerk getting the pressure now. So, towards B we go, ladies and gents. B rushes can be quite fruitful on a map like Ancient. They're just going to go for it, and if you get that first dink, absolutely it can work out, but SS with a couple of kills, managing to stay alive now. Will he get spammed down? Apparently not. No danger here whatsoever. It's going to be a clean sweep, and the round's over in about 15 seconds. Didn't even get to finish the first sentence there.
These are my favorite type of rounds. As I have Tessus and Shush in my fantasy team, and I need some points. So Tessus up to 16, Shush only on 14. I don't know what roles I put on them here. My fantasy, Henry, I am in the top 99%. Not the top 1%, the top 99%.
Wow,
this week hasn't gone well. I picked Dexter, Torji, Shush, Tessus, and Jax.
Okay.
And, it's not going
I guess
well.
they have, yeah, I guess the last couple of days. The first day might have been okay for you, but the second, not so much.
cadiaN just took 80 damage in a Molotov.
Playing the game on hard mode.
Apparently, it's been too easy on the CT side.
Handicap himself as we'll go towards what looks to be an A execution. Just off the bat here, no set smoke from Spawn, destroying them on the fly. Trying to have the element of surprise perhaps as they've actually made decent ground here, but they have to avoid the spam of the AK-47. DPS output will be very high indeed. And, well, it's connecting now. Shush has got his lineup sorted. That's Fang dropped. Oh, they're getting peppered, battered and bruised there. The bomb with a brave swing towards CT Spawn. And they come out on top, back to a 4-on-4, but they've now only got 1 flashbang remaining, Chad. That's on the T side.
They just have to stand and fight here. It's very difficult as long as people continue to peek in like that. Yabi takes down, was taken down by JT and Grim. Oh, must know cadiaN's around here. There was a silence M4 in play. Low HP of JT. He's got 1 to his name, and cadiaN.
That was the bomb as well.
Yeah, taking a risk there.
That's a bit of wrap around.
They want this space and control because if they're actually able to walk through Donut, they could reroute. They could
time is
really
of the essence.
there still is just enough time here. It is hallzerk, which should be dead to rights to cadiaN here. What's going on? They're coming back towards A. cadiaN might have everything. Silence M4. hallzerk probably questioning what just happened, and now they are dipping.
Good luck, lads. Start the clock. 15 seconds to make their way through Cave. There'll be enough time to plow, but will there any CT presence whatsoever?
Oh, they thread the needle here. JT on 1 HP. He's going to be able to plant the bomb in time. It's Floppy. He's got 2 back turn. Floppy needs the double up. He can only get 1.
Now, speaking of 1, that's exactly how much health JT will have for this clutch. He'll have to play with his brain rather than his aim, Chad. He needs to disposition himself into spots where they won't be checking and hopefully avoid combat until the last moment. We'll see how he fares, and giving up his position now, this could be problematic. And fortunately, a low HP player in the form of cadiaN, but there we have it. It was always going to be very difficult. Floppy had to get both those kills, which he could have done. Didn't quite work out.
Definitely had the opportunity. cadiaN now up to 24 kills in total. 17 for Tassa, 17 for Stown, 15 apiece for Shush and Yabi. They're running away with this one now. Just 2 more rounds. Heroic will be heading this one up 2-0. The Danish team to get a victory today. Snappy might want to grab one as well for ENCE later on when they do take on Mouse. That's the fixture coming up next. We're looking at 6:40 on the clock here, local time. So I think it's what, 7:30 is meant to be the start time for that final series.
Yes, indeed.
So we
It's
might be
12:30 for the
on schedule.
7:30.
Might be on schedule.
You might be right.
Okay, well, no delays here for the final series.
Well, who knows?
I've been to the future.
Yeah, you've seen it all.
Seen it all. I know how it all ends. I could tell you who wins the season, but that would spoil all the fun.
cadiaN has been great. Very assertive on Ancient. So is cadiaN. Oh, I didn't think he stood a chance of that flick, but he connects better than ever. And they've got the man advantage. Good damage there coming in from the T-side spam. Oh, the native better though, unfortunately for them. Might as well retreat now. It's getting a little bit dicey. Look at all those lovely flashbangs waiting in spawn. Now, another great nade. It's all on a hook for Yabi, but he'll be taken down with the preemptive shot there from Floppy. Yabi and Floppy. Lock in horns. And
Tussle of the Titans.
some would say. But maybe a boost cadiaN's anticipating here on the B-ramp box. Not going to happen. Oh, maybe it will. I spoke too soon, but smoked off. cadiaN very happy with this. Lots of low HP players available, but Grim leads the charge. They've done great work.
That's getting a little bit too tricky, boys. Trying boosts. The smoke was good, but caught up by the grey screen. It might just... Oh, it doesn't have to be a save. There's plenty of cash. I think do as much damage as possible right now if you are Heroic. That was a fumbled opportunity here. A round that really should have been theirs. They're just going for damage here, right? You can see Shush over towards CT spawn, hoping they exit in his direction. Tessus is going to be in combination with him over towards the totem near mid. So there's availability to do a little bit of damage here, but that's a lifeline for Complexity in this matchup. It's only going to be their third round on the T-Hall, and the first two came with the pistol and the conversion against the Force. And one day that sound bug will be fixed, but that's when Source 2 will come out, I imagine.
Kind of like it.
It's only on maps with water.
It's quite tranquil, isn't it?
Happens on Overpass.
Yes. Yeah, it does. I forgot about it. God, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I forgot about all these little moments we have sometimes.
But some of it is just like, I wish we could get an answer for what's going... See, like this. We don't want this. And it's also just us. That's the other crazy thing. It's only us who can hear it. So I do sound like a crazy old man. I am. But, you know, that's not my fault, I promise. All right, Insta window from the Flop Dog there. I do like that lineup. I'm going to have to steal that one. Mine's a little bit more crouchy. Not grouchy.
The utility battle towards middle. Rage is on. And Tessus has had enough. Great work. As I said, he's been playing in a very assertive manner, but Floppy, he's had some great follow-up rounds here after a quiet second half so far. Brings it back to a 4-4. Keeps it competitive. cadiaN and cadiaN given the responsibility of holding B.
This is where I think if Heroic just sit back and allow Complexity to work, that they might find themselves in a bit of trouble here. Still a lot of utility for the execute. Plenty of smokes, plenty of mollies, plenty of flashes. So much time as well. Still in this 2-2 spread. It's Yabi and Shush over towards A for now. cadiaN's AWP and cadiaN to lock down B. And cadiaN was elevated in the cave position with a boost onto the box. Some mid-utility to suggest pressure over towards A. This will keep Yabi planted for now alongside of Shush. Complexity are looking for this B lane control. They have it, and we've seen them pivot from this point before to split A. So still plenty of options available with 40 seconds left.
Let's get it. This is a very crucial encounter here. Trade potential there for Fang, which he will deliver, but takes considerable damage upon approach. But it's the bomb. Maybe heading back towards A here, and Yabi lying in wait, but Fang hits an absolutely beautiful shot. Still a lot to contend with, though. Shush settles them down, and time is of the essence, chat. That might be enough there. Even if Grim gets his kill, he's got so much to do.
Has to go B.
Can he even do it at this stage? Doesn't matter. Well, there it is. Series points for Heroic. The bomb left in an awkward spot, and now it has to be the perfect game for Complexity. In terms of the finances, they do have a full buy available, but it would take 5 clean rounds. No mistakes allowed at this point, and as you already mentioned, Chad, the T side, that just doesn't seem reasonable.
Yeah, the hard work was done for Heroic in the first half. It was about now just putting this one in. They've been able to get onto the green off of a par 3, just one beautiful swing.
Yeah.
They were using I was trying to think of a golf club.
Sand wedge, pitching wedge, 9-iron.
On a par 3, it's actually possible, as Yabi Oh, he's looking for a hole-in-one here.
Just going to do golf references the entire round.
Oh, he's just put Grim on a tee.
Well then.
And 4. Ah.
Are you going to shout 4 when they threw the grenade? 4?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Well, it looks like we're coming to our logical conclusion here. 2 on 2, still a chance at so much damage. A double ding.
Get it with
Maybe
the
a double
nade.
nade. 4! And it will be a kill. It would have been so good if that was a double kill then.
And just left it.
We could have left commentary forever. That would have been the best moment in esports, I think. But JT, he'll have to do something just as good if he's going to stand a chance at this one. I like the idea. Hoping for them to make mistakes, suggesting he's gone towards A perhaps, but they're not having any of it for now. Yabi and Shush looking to close things out, and there we have it. Finally, Complexity have been beaten, chat. Their perfect run here, ESL Pro League, as great as it was, finally has to come to a close, and it will be 2-1 as Heroic bounce back.
Yeah, it was a great 18 holes today. We've seen you guys in the clubhouse for a bevy or 2. Complexity still putting up a fight. They've got 2 hard matches and still 2 more days of Counter-Strike to come. We don't know who's going to be making out of Group C. We've got Ents versus Mouse coming up later tonight. Stick with us.